France's economy is in trouble and no one's talking about why. But here's the truth, Africa is cutting the cord. For decades, France built its wealth on the backs of its former colonies, but now, leaders like Ibrahim Traoré, Assimi Goïta, and Mamadi Doumbouya are rewriting history. The era of colonial taxes is ending, the CFA franc is on its way out, and France is feeling the heat. So what happens when the golden pipeline dries up? What happens when Africa says no more? Let's break it down. Most people have no idea just how much France relies on its former colonies. But let's put it in perspective. 14 African nations still use the CFA franc, a currency controlled by France. These countries have been forced to keep 50% of their reserves in France's central bank. France gets first access to their resources, their trade, their wealth, all while African nations struggle. This is why France has remained one of the world's top economies. Not because of innovation, not because of sheer economic power, but because of Africa. And now that foundation is crumbling. A new wave of African leaders is saying enough is enough. Ibrahim Traoré in Burkina Faso, cutting ties with France, taking back control of resources. Assimi Goïta in Mali, ditching French military presence, reclaiming sovereignty. Mamadi Doumbouya in Guinea, nationalizing industries, ending dependency. This isn't just a political shift, it's an economic earthquake. The CFA franc on its last breath, military presence being kicked out, trade deals under African control. France's grip on Africa is slipping, and without Africa's wealth, France's economy is heading for disaster. So what happens next? How does this shake France's economy to its core? First, the loss of billions in revenue. France has quietly siphoned off Africa's wealth for decades. Without forced reserves in the French treasury, the free money stops flowing. Second, trade agreements are in jeopardy. African nations are looking east to China, Russia, and even intra-African trade. France loses its privileged deals, meaning exports will drop. A financial crisis is coming. Less African wealth means France needs new sources of income, but where? Public debt in France is already rising. The gap Africa filled will now become a black hole. And this is just the beginning. This isn't just about Africa, this is about a global shift in power. The same way Europe depended on Africa's resources for centuries, now we're watching that system collapse. Africa is reclaiming control. France is scrambling to adjust. And the world is watching. The question is, will France survive without Africa? Or was its economy never as strong as they made us believe? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Because this conversation is just getting started. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives into global power shifts. And let's keep this conversation going. The world is changing. Are you ready?